Gamers, I'm back, and I did one A15 run on the bike today, and I won one A15 run on the bike today. So this continual losing on A14, it cannot stand, man. It cannot stand. Sorry, the game's going a little slow. I have two Google Chrome windows open with one tab each. It's a tough call between Glass Knife and Corpse Explosion, both of which the damage from Glass Knife early is disgusting. Maybe we can get a Corpse Explosion later. I think you go Glass Knife and then use that as an opportunity to be a little bit more aggressive. Or maybe, stop me if this is insane, maybe an opportunity to add defense to your deck if you find it early enough, because your offense is like largely, I wouldn't say entirely, but largely handled by one card. I don't know. That's just one man's musings. We'll see. I'm kind of a heel hook guy early because you can build more weakness into your deck. You would really hurt me for 4? You would hit a guy with glasses? Kind of BM in the whole scheme of things. You know, we got a lot of encounters here. I got to come up with new dialogue for each of them. I couldn't have killed you. Okay, that's the important part. The important part is not that you're dead, it's that I didn't make a mistake. I am still a big dagger spray guy as well. We need some form of, like, AoE. Get you out in front. And an early dagger spray upgrade, sorry, early glass knife upgrade, I mean, is also, like, very core. Take an all-out attack. In theory, I could, like, think about these decisions for more than 1 millisecond before I actually do them. In practice, I don't know. I guess I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Okay. I think, honestly, the double elite... Wow, but there's so many beautiful upgrades this way. Has he always been this short? Or maybe, like, I got taller overnight. He doesn't look... You don't look as imposing as you used to. Is it the mod I downloaded? Make Gremlin Knob 6 inches shorter so I don't feel slighted by his large stature? I don't know. Next I just gotta get, like, maybe cut 3 rows of abs off. And then my life will be perfect. I'm a big malaise guy. You know what? Obviously we can't be as aggressive as I thought we could be. A malaise plus heel hook, they cook together. Sundial? God is my witness, I couldn't tell you what it does. This has been in the game forever. It's every 3 times you something. Every 3 times you shuffle your deck, gain 2 energy. Every 3 times you shuffle your draw pile. Okay, so it's subtle distinction, but in some circumstances, perhaps a meaningful one. Still feeling great, by the way, about where we stand. I mean, getting more damage is always good. Right? Sorry, I've been playing the Bazaar on stream all day, so I'm used to asking chat to, like, certify a decision before I make it. We're gonna remove our curse. I'm a big, like, phantasmal killer guy, too, all things considered. I'm not sure if we maybe built, like, a little too offensively minded, but we also do have a malaise, and a well-timed malaise can do a lot of work. Like, I could obviously hit you pretty hard. But I feel like this... You're still going to do a ton of damage on the next turn. But this gives us a little bit more flexibility when it comes to choosing when to split you, because your strength is so low. 25 damage is still a lot. We're not dead. Stop saying we're dead. Don't put in the paper that we're dead. We have 6 HP, okay? That's a ton. The streets are saying it's more than you need. We have Phantasmal. You have to go in on this turn. Oh my god, 2 enemies with 17 HP each. They're not both attacking on the same turn. This is beautiful. We got Phantasmal Killer. We're gonna make it through! I'm a little surprised. Not just a little, though. I mean, what was that, like 4 minutes? We're 4 minutes into the video? I'm a big Doppelganger guy if we get Chemical X. Otherwise, I mean, I guess I'm not against it. I just don't feel like a nightmare really helps us out that much. Even if we get an energy relic, we can only play one card with nightmare, which is one energy at least with nightmare. Doppelganger strikes me as a little bit more flexible. Sadly, we're not really a Snecko I build. But you know what? I think the Coffee Dripper I personally find a little too risky. We do have Toy Ornithopter, but I tend to lose a lot more HP than that. if we're being 100% honest. Maybe if we had Meal Ticket too, but I think we just get super aggressive with these elites. I don't necessarily think we're like well poised to defeat them, but we do have a lot of rare cards in our deck, which is pretty much what I use as a heuristic to figure out if I'm doing okay, which probably makes no sense. Yeah, we should have, like, used a potion, I think, but I don't really see anything worth setting up. But you know what? Having the opportunity to, like, kick a card we don't want to play this turn to the next turn might be some merit in that. Let's pop this, then our melees will be much, much better. We really just want to ruin your life as soon as possible, like a Phantasmal Killer. A Doppelganger for the next turn. Buddy. Set up an all-out attack. Big Doppelganger. And then just go insane on the next turn. This is what we needed to see. This is what we needed to see. Hang on. Something's cooking, man. And Thanksgiving's already over. I think... you know the meta for me at this point. I'm not saying it's the meta, I guess, because that would be a little ridiculous given my performance lately, but now is when I start to add defense, and by add defense, you know already that what I mean is remove strikes, which is not the same thing, but to me it sometimes feels the same. I think this is a full Distilled Chaos. Crazy value on the Doppelganger, at least. You're cooked already. I should have stopped a little earlier, actually. All-out attack, we take a small hit, but you're iced. I can definitely live with that. And this is a 2-relic Andy, to put it in terms that no one my age that I would ever talk to outside would ever understand. Sorry. You're doing 13 damage, huh? Let's set up this, and I'm happy to play like a pretty decent melees on you. You're gonna make me draw wounds. The least I could do is, you know, return the favor. You're not dead? Me at the start of Season 6 of Game of Thrones. 8 damage. Not quite there, but well worth it, I think. I mean, we're like HP neutral. We'll get a potion, probably. We'll get 2 relics. Turnip and Pear. Big fan of both of them. Endless Agony? I don't know. I'm not inspired by it right now. Let's put it that way. Let's hit you with some poison. I think Doppelganger on the same turn as Phantasmal Killer is really nice. If anything, I would love to hit you with like a truly devastating melees. And you know what? We could still play Doppelganger for 1. We're doing 10 damage. 10 damage ain't that scary, man. If you wanted it to be scary, it should be like 1,031 damage, because that's like kind of the numeric signifier of Halloween. You know what I'm saying? It is 1031. That's why it's the scariest time of the day, man. That's why they call it the witching hour. Prepared is interesting. I mean, drawing your better cards more often and discarding your worst cards more often. What is this? What is this? Is this a joke? Shiv, 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 strike, 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 defend, strike, defend, defend. Are you joking? That's an insane draw, man. They didn't put any seasoning on it or anything. 9 damage, okay. Not the best melees we've ever seen, but it'll slow you down a bit. I gotta keep Heel Hook out there. You're already weak. Please draw, like, some kind of defense. It's alright. We'll draw all our defense next turn when we have double damage. Even better. Hold. We drew one attack. I'm not gonna cry about it. It has to be this. I would love to play the Doppelganger, obviously, but it has to be that, I'm afraid. We didn't need to play all three, did we? We're gonna make it through this. It's gonna cost us more HP than I wish that it had. But double damage Glass Knife is still cooking. I do like Crippling Cloud. I mean, it's a great intro for a hallway fight. And it dilutes the badness in our deck. So maybe there's something to like. Dude, if things go very, very nicely here, preferably I would have a potion, but, like, we could try for the rare relic. We could jump for the beef, man. I'm not afraid to say it. Crazy play. You dump the Heel Hook, set up the Crippling Cloud, play Glass Knife. I could have just killed you, huh? Okay, we're not going to fight for the rare relic. But a free Crippling Cloud is still nice. 6 damage. I'm going to dump the Curse. I know we could pay and, like, remove it for good, but I'm not poo-pooing ice cream either. It's one of my favorite desserts. I had it yesterday after my birthday dinner. Now, how are we going to get through this? Well, it's very simple. We're just going to put up a ton of block and then wait till the next turn. You're going to give us nothing. Kind of like Gal Gadot in every movie she's ever been in. We'll take Escape on this one. If I had potions to bridge the gap, it'd be a different story. You know what? Heal me for 25. Upgrade Crippling Cloud. Give me another elite fight. We took the Black Star. We got to go for it, man. I think we already did the hardest elite anyway. Well, it's kind of a devastating start. You're all going to attack on turn 1. It's kind of rude. Honestly, Crippling Cloud and then a 1 energy malaise, but it's nice to get the poison and the weakness on you early. You're going to summon minions. I'm going to have double damage. We got to hit you for 48. That's just the only option. Maybe start working on you, or do you just... Maybe we'd rather just have super draw next turn. If we can kill you before the Gremlin Wizard attacks, we probably go for it. The weakness is very annoying, but... I think I wouldn't say all in, but kind of trending in that direction. We will still be weak next turn. Let's draw, then. All-out attack. We don't need to set up all-out attack. You're going to discard something. If you're going to discard something, man, I think you got to, like, set up Survivor, and then at least we'll be able to play it for free next turn. We only have to hit you for, like, 14 damage. It should be so doable. It was literally barely doable, but we get there. Paper Crane, meat on the bone. Okay. I think draw is our friend right now. I think we're drawing too much detritus. And for once, I don't think it's because the deck is 100% detritus. Okay, not gonna lie, disappointed we're taking even 1 damage, but meat on the bone is a really clutch relic for us to get when we've been taking so much damage. If anything, your boy would love to see faster phantasmal killers. That's a huge malaise. I guess like a burst would really help us with the phantasmal problem. Good, we drew it right away. I couldn't be happier, man. So we're going to draw 1 daze and 4 cards that hopefully aren't quite as bad as daze. What? I mean, you got to send it. We got double damage. Just a glass knife would hit the spot. There it is. A little late, but better late than never. How about a single attack was what I was going to say. You're dead. We don't need to play anything. You're not dead on this turn, but you're dead on the next turn. Okay, we're going to heal for a lot. 33, yeah, okay, 33. Skewer doesn't really fit what we're trying to do. Masterful Stab does if we can avoid taking damage, and I think we need the damage. I do think this happens a lot. I get to this point, and I'm like, oh, right. How am I going to do enough damage to kill you? That happens all the time. Crippling Cloud on this turn would be nice. It stings. Phantasmal's pretty good. What are we drawing next turn? Some attacks. It would be really nice not to get hit on this turn. That makes perfect sense now that I think about it. It's hard for me to be upset. We're going to get hit once. And that's okay. I'm not going to play Ascender's Bane because it's just going to make Masterful Stab cost 1 more. Oh, it's already going to cost 2 because you hit me. I don't know. Because you... Maybe... Whatever. It doesn't matter. You gotta go. We need better attacks. That's a great one. Wayne Gretzky. Crippling Cloud. It'd be nice to get that... Well, I was going to say soon, but that seems very unlikely. Draw setup. Play a Malaise. I need to get rid of these before I play the Malaise. But the Malaise is kind of like... It's an endgame setup for us, for sure. I'll pay 1 for... Yeah, I guess I could set it up. If it's not going to do damage to you this turn anyway. And then Malaise, it purges the artifacts, but I think we need the artifacts to be purged so that Malaise can actually do what we need it to do. Okay, 2 rolled over energy. It's just... I was just going to say, it's hard to imagine us getting through this. Yeah, that's not going to help. I think we're cooked. But you know what? We built a run that was good enough to fight 3 elites on the 2nd floor. That's something. That's moving the goalposts. We need the... And I'm guilty of just fighting the previous battle. We need to always keep in mind, we need to have some way to deal with enemies that have 300 HP. Not just enemies that have like 70 HP. We did pretty good at the 70 HP part that time. But you almost, like, require might not be the right word. You either need to reduce their damage, so even a very small amount of damage will eventually whittle them down without you being at much risk, or you need to have some, like, force multipliers, like a catalyst, or a big skewer, or a big finisher, something like that. Just keep it in, it's not demoralizing, we're just keeping it in mind. Well, I don't feel demoralized. Maybe at the end of the video, if we still haven't made it through Act 2, that's a different story. But I come by it honestly. I don't really know what that's supposed to mean in this context, but I really just want to aim for a discard build like every time, man. Bouncing Flask is really good. It works with some of the cards that are the force multipliers we were talking about. Eviscerate is also potentially really good. But am I insane if I just cut a strike and keep the deck super thin and then add a 22 gold dagger spray so we don't die on hallway fights? You're not dead. Why did I think you were dead? That doesn't make sense. I hit him once and then went, that'll take care of him. Really? I like starting with a small deck. And then it can grow, you know, if the mood strikes you. I'm not a big Endless Agony guy. I'm not even sure I'm a quick slash guy here. That's more of like a Guns N' Roses thing, I think. I'm not sure. Eight damage. It would be, well, you know what? We probably get both of you next turn if you're on 3 HP. In fact, literally, like, almost any combination of cards we draw finishes the job for us. I like a masterful stab for the raw damage. Even though correlation doesn't equal causation, buddy. I took it on the last run, it didn't work for us. We're kind of using it to duct tape over a hull breach, you know? It wasn't going to get the job done for us in that context. I know what we must do. We wait for the poison. When we get the poison, you also pop the poison potion. And I was thinking about popping a strength potion, but I honestly feel like we may not need to. Unceasing top. Remember that. Unceasing top. I will forget that, but try to remember it. Masterful stab is getting worse, but Tori's preventing us from taking the bulk of the damage. You're done. You can't do anything to us. We're like incredibly well suited to the Lagavulin, man. We're also very well suited to the Gremlin Knob, provided we draw Bouncing Flask on turn 1. Not even a contest. Straight up, I could use Wing Boots to fight more elites right away, but I'll take this first, and then maybe we could do a double E. Just draw turn 1. They drew it turn 1. They heard me. Aza, can you hear me? Now we just survive. We probably do pop the strength potion, sadly. Do we live? We live. I think I should have done it earlier, but let's not let that stop us from doing the right thing now. There's a big difference between 30 HP and like 9 HP. We're still not really a... I don't think we need another dagger throw. Shuriken is really nice to get, though. I'm gonna go in for it, man. I'm gonna jump for the beef. Catalyst is too, like, early. Could work for us later, but I don't know. So Shuriken, you know what? Maybe we do want to build Endless Agony for an easy Shuriken enabler. And it may seem somewhat minor. 3 cards. I think we feel better off... Oh, I forgot. Playing Bouncing Flask next turn with 1 less enemy on the screen. Because at least 1 enemy will be forced to have poison. And that's, I think it's the best possible outcome right there. This is the worst boss for us, or the worst elite, I guess I should say. And I still think we're doing pretty well, man. We're taking some hits, but that's not rare. What's rare is to feel this good doing it. And we still got tons of Wing Boots left to save us from Oblivion, in theory. Never been an easier decision on a Gambler's Brew. Bouncing Flask this turn would go crazy. 6 damage, not so crazy. Bouncing Flask this turn would not go crazy. We need something, okay? I gotta try. We win anyway. I don't know why I'm sweating it. Thread and Needle. Absolutely beautiful. Nothing here really stands out to me. I'm gonna take a dodge and roll just for like, just to say I took some block. And there's an efficiency bonus. You know, it pays a little block forward to the next turn, which might save us 1 energy, allowing us to kill an enemy faster. We don't need to use a potion, but I imagine that we're probably at a relatively high chance of getting a potion from this anyway. So how do we deal with enemies that have 300 damage or 300 HP? Poison. The poison in a relatively thin deck is going to stack pretty quick. I actually feel like a well-laid plans was something that I was asking for earlier, and I'm going to be a coward. I'm gonna rest because this guy has like burst damage potential. Start here. Draw 3. Good. Now, if anything, I think you want to roll Survivor forward. So we could theoretically tank the big shot that he puts out. It would also be really... I guess we just... Oh, we could get neutralized again because we've already shuffled. Alchemize. Huge. This is like maybe the best possible outcome on this turn. And it's still not amazing. You do 28 damage. I could have made you vulnerable, but it felt... I'm stupid. I forgot about Unceasing Top again. This... Oh, I split you accidentally because I didn't do the math, man. Okay, well, this is gonna suck, dude. I'm gonna pop that potion, like, right away. This is gonna be miserable. Please stack up on one dude. That's the best I could ever ask for. I really appreciate that. I guess we're in, like, we have to burst them before they burst us. No damage is what you'd like to see. Getting this again is what you'd like to see. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. You're going down to 34. 34 will split you, so we might as well stack up some more damage. You're going to go down to 26. That's still a lot, unfortunately. I think you just gotta do some damage. 26 is a lot of HP to deal with here. I think we're gonna make it out of it, but there's no denying, like, it was pretty poorly misplayed because I was too lazy to do the poison math. But you know what? The green is about to split. Not exactly the draw you're looking for in that situation. How about some dagger sprays? I'm really weak forever. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And the worst part is I deserve to. Well, not in real life. That's like madness, but... We're cooked, right? I don't even want to retain a card! It hurts worse when you lose because of your own misplay, but luckily that's the first time that's ever happened to me, so that's probably why it stings so much. I think it's fair. You can call this a slump now. But you know what? They call me the Slump Buster. Or at least something that rhymes with it. Give me a colorless card. Alright. Head empty. Head empty run. Why is it head empty? Because all we do is... This is ridiculous. Literally, I'm like, just add a card at every single hallway. That can't be a good strategy. But, adding the cards you want to add, that you think are good, and upgrading Mind Blast so it only costs one, I mean, killing enemies before they can attack is a huge advantage, especially when you remember there's so many enemies in this game that scale. I will always add a dagger spray. That's not even up for discussion. Now, I'm not going to play it yet, because 2 energy for 8 damage is a slap in the face. But... I got high hopes. How... It stings, man. It stings, because we rested before the boss fight last time, too. Ooh. It's like you lose twice. It would have been easier to just not rest. And then when we lost, to be like, well, yeah, I might have lost. So you might say, like, you should have rested, but I would rather be dead than well rested. Like, at least we could have made, like, a joke about it or something, but it's just heartbreaking. Could be persuaded to take really any of those but Bane. Still not great. Mind Blast still not great here. But give it a little time, man. Give it a little time. And it may surprise you. I saw it ranked in the S tier by a user on r/Slay the Spire exactly one time. So how could it be bad? Unless they're as bad as I am. Which is... probably unlikely, but I don't know. Okay, Terror, an important card, but we still can't play Mind Blast yet, so just simmer on it. I think you stall on Terror. You don't scale, but you make me weaker, which is annoying. But anytime I can fit in 3 attacks is good. Then we take no damage. Be nice to get a terror, and like it's sadly a mind blast is our best damage, but not like that. Not like that. How about a deflect? Because I'd like to be able to use it more than once. I never really thought about it. Maybe this fight is a little bit more like patience maxing. You split on 34. Means next turn, it would be nice to hit you with 3 attacks. Would I settle for 2? I wouldn't. And it's because Mind Blast is going to be good next turn. It's going to do 14. And then you add 6 on top. After all the work that I went through, and all the arithmetic that I did, all that just to have you both attack and hit me for 12 unblockable damage. That just stings, man. That just stings. It's all right. Some fights are built to counter you. This one stings too. 4 more damage. I will not be resting. It's, as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather be dead than well rested. What we need is an upgrade on Mind Blast, so we can get that burst damage out faster. I'm still a big Crippling Cloud guy. All attacking on turn 1 is pretty nasty. For sure. At least we're only taking 10 damage is kind of a lot. You're all attacking on turn 2 as well. Now that, I start to think that maybe it's a problem with me at that point. Like maybe I gotta look in the mirror, but... Now these I'm not in love with. I'm gonna skip, even though, you know, in my heart, I did want to take them to make Mind Blast better. But, okay, now this should be playable every time. I will happily heal. I will happily upgrade... Let's say Terror, just because it works better with the kind of burst run we're building. Meat on the Bone, would not surprise me if that came in handy, given how things have gone so far. Crippling Cloud is a great upgrade, I think. And honestly, to me, this is a good test. It does 11 damage, which is pretty low. But then 7 poison puts you guys on a timer for sure. And, oh no, you've damaged me exactly enough for Meat on the Bone to ruin your life. Well, well, well. Who's the loser now, man? Who's the loser now? Thanks for the free odd mushroom. Give me Predator, I don't know. 2 energy, 15 damage. Brother? Let's go full memery. How could it be bad? Have you not heard about the burst damage potential? This is the worst boss for us to fight with burst damage, man. Or is it? What do you do? 13 damage? Hooked, I'm afraid. Now, I don't know if this is good or bad, but the Mind Blasts do stay in our deck. It's pretty good if we draw them with a bunch of cards in our draw pile. I guess the point is we shouldn't be looking to draw them twice. We should kill the enemies within the first cycle of our deck. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds good. We're going to make it through this, by the way, and we're going to be in a nice position for Meat on the Bone without being, like, completely devoid of HP. I think. I mean, I can't see the future, but we killed them pretty fast. Our deck shouldn't be, like, totally overrun with dazes. We heal for 12 off of Meat on the Bone. 12 with Meat on the Bone. We go to 34. Blessing of the Ford. I think it beats Speed Potion. Heal Hook works here, too. But actually, I mean, be careful what you wish for. It would be nice to take 1 damage on this fight. If you take 6, but at least you get through the fight, like there's something to it. Because you heal for 12, man. Now, do I think we have to heal against the Guardian? Or before the Guardian? Kind of crazy, but I feel like you might be able to get away with not healing. Because they are going to be vulnerable and they never purge the terror debuff. Well, that's nice. That's a good start. Shuriken would go crazy with 2 Mind Blasts. kind of dreaming, but you know what? Upgrade all these cards. We could play Heal Hook, but I'm being very protective of our HP pool. You're already weak. Let's keep that weakness going, even at a little cost to our HP. Terror needs to get out there. Heal Hook's crazy. Predator is a crazy card. You've already rolled over, dude. Okay, I think we got something cooking. Mind Blast for 7. Afraid not. Really, I guess we want to see like outmaneuver Predator in any kind of like configuration. And an early draw Mind Blast is still pretty good, I think. Backflip. That's pretty good, man. We didn't split you early this time, but that's okay. We got more energy for this turn. I was going to say very good chance we draw Predator. Probably play your worst attacks first, but... Dude, Shuriken... Shuriken and Kunai go crazy on this run. Now, I don't know if you can build around Mind Blast for life, but... We're kind of living for it right now. And it should be worse on bosses and better on hallway fights. You see this? I've showed I have not shuffled my deck. 30 damage, though. Fair enough. Corpse Explosion is an important card, man. Nightmare Mind Blast is very humorous, but I think it's got to be Corpse Explosion. I don't think it's Snecko. I love Snecko. I probably love it more than you. It makes our Mind Blast so much, but it makes Crippling Cloud, Predator, and Corpse Explosion probably so much. I don't think I can take it, man. I think I go Sozu, though it pains me because it kind of gates us out of Alchemize. And we're going to be... I still think we're good on elites on this floor, man. Do we have progressive damage? We sort of do. Which is probably a roundabout way of saying not really, I guess. But the energy is it's the important part, man. That's the very important part. I can't believe I'm doing this. I think it's the right play. Now, if they all attack and get scaled, oh no. It would be a different story, but no, this is still okay. We're taking 6 damage and you die next turn and you take everybody else with you. I think we made the right play, man. I know we made the right play. I don't think you can say that without evidence, but I'm going to try it anyway. I was so excited to get a speed potion. Okay, Blade Dance is also 4 block. So I think I am paying attention to my relics for once. No blocks. That's just crazy. So you hate me. Alright, well, let's put some poison on you then. That stings. I'm not going to lie to you. I could have played an extra attack, I guess, for some block, but I was kind of flabbergasted by the position I found myself in. It led me to make a rash decision. 10 damage. Please tell me you're deceased. I don't think you are. But you are next turn. Alright, we need more sustain. What is a sustain card? Well, like a footwork, for example, to make your defense even better. Wow. Welcome. 1 attack. That's more like it. Although I still can't block enough. Yes, I can. I would rather wait on Corpse Explosion and just get you on the back foot early. Horrendous turn. But you know what? Having the extra decks out there is very good. We still take some damage. Bird-Faced Urn would kind of go insane. Bird-Faced Urn is heal for 2 anytime you play a power. We play 1 power, right? What a beautiful animation. We play 1 power. But even just like that would start tilting things, I think, enough for me to not be... I mean, not have to rest, hopefully, because I do have some cards I want to upgrade. Bouncing Flask helps build poison faster. We're now at the point where, like, yeah, no, you can take it. You can take it. I was going to say, I feel bad because I'm like, now we should have taken Snecko Eye. Maybe we always should have taken Snecko Eye. Go ahead. Hook me up. I'll rest anyway. Enchiridion for a free power. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm not going to rest. I'm gonna rely on surviving plus meat on the bone to heal me. Wait, you're gonna give me Snecko Eye, man. Thank God I didn't take Snecko. That would have been embarrassing. I'm just kidding. This could totally screw us. Because we don't get the extra draw. 7 damage. That's good. We basically can't not kill you next turn. Almost anything we play, as long as we play something, will kill you. Regen potion we can't use. Stings. We want to add more cards, but not like that. Would work better. Envenom would be a great card just to have in our arsenal. Give me 2 transforms. Dash flechettes. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna rest. I want to fight an elite. I also desperately want you to not live long enough to debuff me. Any chance that comes to pass. I know this guy scales, but you adding dazes into our deck is so nefarious, man. Oh my god, we're gonna win the fight easily. It's over for you. I do want to take more cards to make Mind Blast even better, but they have to be good cards. If anything, I'm kind of feeling like we need more defense right now. I'll add a quick slash because it does draw, but it's close, okay? I think. We're going to tank like a ton of damage on turn 1. No, we're not. Yeah, we still are, but everybody's going to be very nearly dead. I can live with that. In fact, it would be beautiful if I could just get hit for like a little bit. Not as much as you're trying to hit me for right now. I can't. Okay, well, we're on 35. We go down to 28. We go to 40. So it's actually, I think it's better if you hit me. We heal a little bit from meat on the bone. Second Crippling Cloud, man. We need the poison. Heal me here so I can upgrade here. And let's get the recurring poison enabler. I do think we have top-end damage potential here. Terror does it. Like, Terror is very helpful as a card. And Corpse Explosion on these guys can do a lot of damage to the Collector. We have 6 energy. Here, I'm directing you up. It's still good. It's still good, okay? It wasn't efficiently allocated. Good. This is still fine. You're gonna die next turn. We're gonna get a lot of damage out of that. We can focus on you for a couple turns. 1 skill in hand. You hate to see it. I think you just go in, man. That might lead to you spawning an enemy, or spawning enemies a turn early, though, which would be annoying. Not as annoying as dying, though, I suppose. Really gotta just weaken you. I have to get out in front of this. You do have 10 poison. You're gonna buff. We're gonna give you a lot more poison. 3 damage twice. No, let's just hit you with that. It's gonna be close. 27 damage. We should live through that. That's 26, which means we're not going to be able to play this. I would rather not die, so I guess I'll play it. Okay, now you're taking a turn off, and buddy, you just made the biggest mistake of your life, okay? Not my favorite turn to draw 2 Mind Blasts, but Wraith form makes us unkillable next turn unless you guys have huge multi-hits, and then we just have to do anything, right? Huge, huge. So clearly we're dominating this run. We didn't win just barely or anything. A malaise. So we were doing okay on elites and hallway fights. For bosses, we need to think. We either need to drag them down to our level, or we need to elevate ourselves way past them. Malaise is a great dragger. Phantasmal, we don't have enough attacks to really make it pop, I think. Glass Knife, I think it falls off late, so we take the dragger instead of the rusher. I find it hard to remove 2 cards in a Mind Blast situation. I would much rather add a card and then get 3 relics, I think. I don't know. I mean, Lantern, Toxic Egg, and Calipers are all great, I think. You purge the terror debuff, which is a little scary, but most bosses have a way to avoid a debuff at this point. Like Dono Deca, it's just hard to get the damage through in the first place. Beautiful. Beautiful. This could be a crazy poison, man. That basically could not have gone better, I think. Lichettes, we have 2 skills. That seems not plausible. It must be more than 2 skills. We have 3 skills now. Is there any chance I kill you? You have 32 HP. This would take you to 20, and this would apply 9 poison. So there's definitely no chance we kill you. So we gotta take a huge hit, but get the corpse explosion on you that lets us kill everybody next turn. And, you know, it's really hard to overstate how valuable meat on the bone has been for us. Unfortunately, our run would be in a much better place if we hadn't had to use it so much, but more decks is very efficient. I'm thinking of efficient cards for the Timekeeper. 2 skills, man. Are you serious? 2 skills? Why do I ever take flechettes? And you're like, we don't know. And that's fair. That's a fair assessment of things. I think I would rather just be able to put up some block. What are our win conditions? I'm pretty sure our win conditions are poison and block. So sure, there's times we're going to want to prioritize attacks, but if we have 5 extra decks, playing 5 defense or 4 defense is enough to make Calipers like more than worthwhile, as you can see. Now, against enemies that hit a lot harder, that might not work as well, but Prepared is kind of a waste of a card, but Dodge and Roll is kind of like playing 2 cards at once. Okay, this fight looks very familiar. It would be nice to at least wipe you. We're probably... Are we going to play a Crippling Cloud? If we're not... No. Fine. So we'll play Dagger Spray and then Survivor. And then we hope to kill you next turn with the Corpse Explosion on you. Obviously, that's not going to happen. It's a very annoying turn. I can at least minimize. I can play Malaise for 2 to block 2 damage. Maybe this is now you start to play the puzzle, right? What's the puzzle? The puzzle is, can I, like, could have a horrendous draw coming up, but let's block everything. I thought about deliberately taking 4 damage to trigger meat on the bone, but I'd rather do it when there's less enemies available. Just it's a less like dangerous situation. Now we're about to take like a horrible hit. We've really been left in the lurch by Corpse Explosion, man. There it is. It exists, and it's fantastic. Go, think on the bright side, man. Now meat on the bone is ready to go immediately on our next fight. I also feel like a Noxious is pretty efficient against the boss, and I think that's what we gotta be thinking of right now. I'm very scared of you. Free footwork is amazing here. And you know what? I mean, like, a Malaise, it's not as good as you would think. I feel like we're actually better off with, like, the weakness from that, but then the poison also makes it easier to get around you. Because we don't have, like, a ton of burst damage potential, man. I mean, I think we need Noxious, even though it's gonna hurt. It hurt a lot. $33 damage. Well, that's 9 block too. Alright, guys. It's not gonna be Corpse Explosion. I think we're cooked because the poison doesn't take off as much. Never mind! I know what I just said sounds crazy, by the way, but I think that it's true. Oh, this is a horrible turn. Well, I would like to say that we made it a little bit more respectable at the end, at least. But we really are due for a good run. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!